Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today's video we're going to be talking about 5 tips for beginner vegans or people transitioning into a vegan lifestyle. Okay, so basically with these tips that I'm going to be providing for you guys, it all has to do with a personal perspective on kind of how I transition into my vegan lifestyle. So getting into the number 1 tip, the first tip that I would say for anyone that's trying to begin their new vegan journey is to do it for yourself. This may seem like such like a vague thing to say, but I feel like a lot of people nowadays are so influenced by others, whether it be by family, friends, or media, that they just do stuff off of will to please others and not for themselves. I know a lot of personal stories, whether it be from family or friends, that have tried to become vegan or go vegan, and they've done it for 2 to 3 days, a few months, or a few weeks, and then they kind of revert back to eating meat, eating dairy, or eating fish. I know with their personal stories, a lot of them came back and said to me that they didn't have time to meal prep. Being vegan was expensive. It was just too much of a hassle. It was hard finding substitutes for things. They felt tired or like drained of energy. And I definitely understand where they were coming from, because I did face a few of that when I was transitioning into my vegan lifestyle. So I definitely know that there are some obstacles with that, but I also feel like the people that were trying to start their vegan journey weren't really passionate about it. Like, their heart wasn't fully invested in it. I know nowadays, again, with like the whole media thing, we see veganism, we see like vegan celebrities promoting all these products. They think that veganism is kind of a fad when it's really a lifestyle change. So in my perspective, I definitely feel like a lot of people try veganism as a fad, and that's why it doesn't last. If you're ever doing something, you have to do it 100% for yourself. I didn't really have anyone influencing me. I kind of did it secretly in a way. Only like my mom, my dad, and like my 2 best friends knew about it. But other than that, I kept it very secretive, not on purpose, just because I didn't feel like I needed to go and tell people, oh hey, I'm turning into a vegan now. So there was no outer influences that kind of persuaded me to start veganism. It was all 100% me. I wanted to change the way I felt. I wanted to change the way I looked. I wanted to change my health, helping the animals, reducing my carbon footprint, and kind of decreasing all the negative impacts and aspects that, you know, the meat industry, the dairy industry, the fishing industry have on the planet. There are a few vegans out there who are very cutthroat and very aggressive with their tactics on trying to convert people into veganism, which is true, there are. So again, just make sure that you have no outer influences, that what you're doing with starting your vegan journey is 110% because you want to change you. The second tip that I would have is to educate yourself, whether this be through media, whether it be through well, this kind of ties in with media, whether it be through watching vegan videos such as YouTube or like Instagram videos, following vegan influencers, reading vegan books, watching vegan movies. Just educate yourself on the vegan community and what you're getting yourself into. And when I first was starting my transitional journey, it was the first year of college. I think on the 3rd day of school, we had to take nutrition class, which was mandatory, and the professor showed us a vegan video called Food Inc. Food Inc. definitely had more to do with showing you how meat was made, so definitely more of the meat industry side than like the dairy industry or the fishing industry, or any other stuff like that. I was always, every day when I was beginning my vegan journey, I was always surrounding myself myself, always surrounding myself with content that definitely helped to educate my mind. The third thing that I would say is always, please, this is a big thing, look at packaging labeling. I had no idea that a lot of these foods that I thought were vegan friendly weren't vegan friendly at all. In my mind, I was like, stay away from the dairy section, stay away from the deli meat section, and you're good. And I guarantee you a lot of these vegan foods that you think are vegan friendly are not vegan friendly. Oh, and a thing that also surprised me was sugar. Sugar is not vegan friendly. Sorry to burst your bubble, but it is made from processed bone char of animals. So if you're ever, even brown sugar, it still is. It's just brown because they add molasses to it, which gives it that brown coloring. I personally use organic USD non-GMO gluten-free brown sugar, and it says vegan on it. If you're ever buying sugar, make sure it says that, or make sure that it says organic USD approved. Even a little tidbit, even to this day, whether it be like, well, all I eat is vegan products, but if I were to buy like vegan crackers, vegan chips, or vegan mac and cheese, I still check the packaging to this day. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it says USC approved or if it says vegan certified. I still check the packaging, just because I feel like I process my brain to do that, so it's trained to always look at the back of packaging and stuff. The fourth thing that I would say is to definitely spice up your meals. I feel like the biggest misconception within the carnivore community, that sounds so extra, within like, you know, the meat eaters and whatever, is they think that all we eat is salads, fruits, and vegetables. Well, obviously we eat that, but there's so much variety nowadays that it's still ridiculous that a lot of these people only think that we eat such a small variety of food when there's such a big, vast amount of stuff to eat. I know in Toronto, there's a lot of, if you're like a junky kind of food eating person, like vegan person, there's Bunner's Bakery. They sell like cakes, cupcakes, cookies. Tori's Bakery sells that as well. There's Mythology Diner, which sells Philly cheesesteaks, chili cheese fries. There's Hogtown Vegan, which sells chili cheese fries as well. They sell mac and cheese. There's so much variety nowadays that it still boggles my mind that people still think we eat just salads or grass. I think that's like, you don't understand how many times a day when I go to work and I eat something that my manager or like one of my coworkers comes up to me and is like, oh, are you eating grass? I'm eating vegan crab cakes. The possibilities of spicing up a meal and spicing up a recipe to make it your own are endless. The fifth tip that I would definitely say to do is to find vegan substitutes. But if you are still the person that, you know, still kind of craves meat and stuff like that, there are so many different varieties of vegan burgers, vegan hot dogs, vegan sausages. There's vegan ice cream, there's vegan cookies, there's vegan chocolate, vegan granola bars, there's vegan snickerdoodles, vegan ginger cookies. Like, there's so much vegan substitutes nowadays that you can definitely find what fits you. Veganism and beginning your vegan lifestyle isn't about following what other people are doing. It's what you want to do. I had to personally figure out what worked best for me, and that was, you know, adding vegan substitutes, whether it be meat, sausages, vegan cheeses, or whatever, and kind of personalize my vegan diet for what worked for me. So that is the 5 tips that I have for anyone starting out their vegan journey. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna try to do a video every Friday because I like kind of showing my perspective, and I like you guys giving your perspective on kind of the transition and what you had to go through when you were first starting to become vegan. So I hope to see you guys soon, and enjoy the rest of your day.